So if you're watching this video, you probably are experiencing low energy throughout the day, which is affecting a lot of different areas of your life. Maybe your sleep schedule's off, maybe your diet is shit and that's the reason why. But I'm going to get straight into it. That way you can identify the problem and actually make up a solution. So I'm going to get straight into it. This is why your energy is shit throughout the day, and it's making it harder to see progress during your weight loss journey. So to start off, what causes low energy? So this can be a numerous amount of things, but if you're able to identify the root problem, then you can actually work towards a solution. So to start off, there's imbalanced hormones. This can affect a lot of other areas from your life, and this is mainly caused by a bad diet. Maybe you're overweight, you get bad sleep as well, or maybe you're fasting too long, which is why I mentioned dehydration. And for processed foods, this is going to give you blood sugar crashes. It spikes it and then crashes it if you're eating the foods that are usually processed, aren't good for your gut, aren't good for your skin, leaves you inflamed. And it's just not good to really have that stuff a part of your diet because it's only going to affect you negatively. And then poor sleep quality. This can be because maybe you go to bed super late, you have a habit of maybe not going to bed at a good time or a consistent time. And this is something I personally have an issue with. I haven't really gotten on a schedule when it comes to getting into bed on the right time. Maybe you stay up till like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I'm someone who's done that, and that's something I'm currently working on. And then why I mentioned dehydration is because when your body is not getting the proper minerals from the water you're drinking, or it's not getting actual hydration from the electrolytes, and it'll just like really leave your body dehydrated, and that's going to give you brain fog. It's going to make you not really be able to think clearly. It's just not very good, and it will lead to low energy. And then another thing is why your energy mainly is shit is because your diet's destroying your hormones. Like I mentioned previously, it's going to leave your hormones out of whack. It's going to leave you inflamed. It's going to do all this bullshit that I mentioned a second ago. And then a lack of nutrition. When your body's not getting proper nutrients, you're not going to have your hormones balanced. Your body is not going to feel and perform its best. And then drinking and smoking regularly. These two things are going to really mess with how your sleep quality is, how your mood is throughout the day, and it may lead you to feel shit the next morning because when you are smoking constantly, it really disrupts your REM sleep cycles. And when it comes to drinking, you guys know what hangovers are. I think it's not rocket science that's going to mess up how you feel the next day, and then you're going to have to wait until the next day to actually recover completely from your actions 24 hours, 48 hours previous. And then high cortisol, which is basically just stress. There are things like jogging that can really disrupt your cortisol, and those things just like put stress on your body, and your higher cortisol that you have is the more, I would say, your body can hold on to fat. Your body is going to not be able to get as lean when your cortisol is high regularly, and high more often than it's lower. And then low quality sleep. I already mentioned this, but another thing is if your diet's bad, you have bad habits, it's going to mess with your sleep cycles. This is what you need to avoid. All these things right here are terrible for your body, and you can find them in your local grocery stores. Sometimes it's the first thing you walk into, but you need to keep in mind what the ingredients inside these foods are going to do to your body. To start off, any of this processed stuff is not only just going to tank your health, it can potentially decrease your lifespan. Maybe if you clean up your diet and you quit consuming this stuff, you might even add a few years to your life. That's how detrimental it is to your health. There are things like seed oils, sunflower oil, soybean oil, grapeseed oil. These things are terrible for your gut. They spike cortisol, which I said links to stress, can lead to you storing more fat, and it crashes your blood sugar. That is terrible. It's no-go for the fact that your energy levels are low. If your energy is low and you're having a crash in your blood sugar, it's only going to make that worse. And then food dyes, Takis, or you see those Fruit Loops right there? Literally every single piece of cereal you're eating is full of food dyes. And this increases risk of cancer. It can literally give kids ADHD, and when they consume this, it has an increased risk of hyperactivity, which I'd imagine is just like ADHD. It just gives them brain issues. And if it's doing that to a kid, it probably wouldn't do much better for an adult. And then this potentially causes DNA damage. I'm not even sure what that means, but that doesn't sound like something that's going to affect you in a positive way. It might link to reducing your lifespan. I'm not sure. But high fructose corn syrup, you need to stay away from it. It's very genetically modified. It's going to tank your health as well. And it's something that you need to stay away from. You can find this in pancake syrups that aren't maple syrup. You can find it in those Oreos right there. And I'm not sure what the rest of these are, but another thing that you should avoid is TV dinners, because they are full of a bunch of sodium, and it's not good for your health, especially because it's not like high quality sodium. Like, yeah, salt, like sea salt, pink salt, those are good sources, but when you're talking about table salt, it's not good because the salt's literally bleached. And then these bacon, fried chicken, hot dogs, and white bread, these things are horrible for your health. I don't even need to say much, to be honest, as I put right there. The frying oils are terrible for you, and the flour is bleached. Just like I mentioned, the table salt. You might have seen, I don't know what it's called, but they're like the blue girl. It's like the lady with the yellow shirt or umbrella, and I think it's like kosher salt. You need to stay away from that. Just any table salts. And then majority of chickens are raised and fed a corn and soy diet, and they're sometimes given steroids. That is why I don't even have chicken a part of my diet, whether it's grilled, fried, anything, because it can leave you inflamed, and it just doesn't have as much bioavailable nutrients as beef does. And then pigs, they can digest plastic, and they're a very low quality meat. I suggest that you limit your usage of eating bacon, especially if you're trying to lose weight. But it wouldn't do any better to have it out of your diet completely. I honestly would recommend that you just cut it from your diet completely if that's something you can do. And then these right here. What I mentioned earlier, how drinking and smoking can mess up your sleep cycles and lead to low energy. This is not only going to destroy your REM sleep cycles, as I mentioned, it's a killer of productivity and is going to destroy your focus. And I know everyone is different. Everyone's brain works different. So it might affect someone else stronger and heavier than someone else who is also a heavy user. It might not have the same side effects. And alcohol, it kills brain cells. Pretty sure everyone knows that. And these things are going to keep you inflamed. Not really the weed, but the Don Julio or any alcohol. That Don Julio is going to have you acting like a Fulio. But anyway, this is what you really need to understand if you want to prioritize your health, you want to slim down your weight, and you want to just become a healthier person, is that you can't outrun a bad diet. You can't just go on 5-mile runs and eat a crumble cookie in one day and expect to lose weight efficiently and actually build muscle mass. It's not going to work that way. What you truly need to do is fix your diet. That is what the root cause is to you becoming overweight. And if you have a clean diet and you stay active, you're going to be able to lose weight and build muscle at the same time if you have the right structure. But if you go and still not clean up your diet, but let's say you're tracking your calories, which is just straight up misinformation for anyone who's overweight. You're not going to see the results you want. You might be able to see a few pounds drop, but in the end, the goal is to be healthy and not just get skinnier. You get what I'm saying? So definitely, if you're on the overweight side, you need to not track your calories and you need to actually fix the root problem, which is your diet, which is the cause of you being overweight in the first place. And you are digging yourself an early grave. If you are continuing to eat this stuff and you see the adverse health effects over time, you're just killing yourself slowly. You're digging yourself an early grave, you really are. You wouldn't give a supercar low-grade fuel. If you had a Lamborghini, you would not put regular fuel in it. That's common sense. And you know what? The same principle applies to your body. If you want to perform at your best, you cannot give your body really processed shit and just bad quality food and expect to perform at your best. It won't happen because you're going to fatigue yourself and you won't be able to recover properly. It's just the truth. And I want you to know as well, there's hope on the other side if you are willing to just identify the problem and actually work up a solution as long as you know what to do. This is how you can increase your energy just starting today and actually start making up a solution. You have to clean up your diet, obviously. If you're eating the processed garbage that I mentioned to you earlier, it will make it a lot easier if you're able to replace those with healthy foods that are going to give you the proper nutrients that you need and actually solve the problem of you having low energy. Getting 8 to 9 hours of sleep, and if you get it between 10 and 12, it's going to help you get better quality sleep. If you sleep between the time period of 10 and 2 in the morning, you're going to get better quality sleep. I'm not sure exactly what the science is behind it, but I can do my research sometime and answer that. Maybe I'll put it in the description or the comments. And if you sleep in a dark and cold room, it will help you sleep faster. It gives you a higher risk of getting higher quality sleep. Not sure exactly what the reasoning behind that is, but I do know that it works because I've tried it for myself. If you increase your zinc and magnesium intake, you're going to get better quality sleep and you're going to boost your immune system. I got some other benefits from getting those nutrients down below and I'm going to show you. So right here, this is the cheat code. This is everything you need, to be honest. And these are all of just the various nutrients that are in both of these, which is just ground beef and eggs. So the zinc's going to boost your immune system, as I mentioned. So it's going to decrease your risk of being sick. And I started taking this. I supplement it as well. And it helps me stay leaner. And I would imagine if you're on the bigger side, it's going to help you shred fat. It's also going to boost your brain function and regulate hormonal balance. So it's going to help you actually optimize your hormones. That way, you're going to increase your energy throughout the day. Choline helps with brain development and memory, which is great if you don't want to have brain fog and maybe you want to improve your actual brain function. Another thing is helps with liver function. So if you're recovering from alcoholism, this is a great nutrient that would probably be great to have more of if you initially lacked it when you were drinking. And this helps with your metabolism. It's going to help you lose weight quicker and actually maintain the weight you want to stay at. In vitamin B12, it supports red blood cell formation. It will boost your energy levels, which is exactly what this video is about, and it maintains your nervous system health. I would imagine that helps with maybe pain that you have. It probably just regulates it. Omega-3 fatty acids are great as well because they support your heart health and give you healthy cholesterol. Your body can use cholesterol for the right reasons if you're in the healthy body fat range. I consume so much cholesterol because it helps building muscle mass and it boosts my testosterone, which is a hormone, obviously, that's going to give you more energy and just give you more drive throughout the day. And it boosts your brain function and mood. So it will help you with cognitive function and also clear up some brain fog. In reducing inflammation as well, that is one of the most important things right there, because when you're inflamed, it's increasing your cortisol as well. So I would definitely try to target foods that are going to reduce your inflammation. And I just want to show you right here. Look at all of the actual nutrients that are inside eggs. Eggs and ground beef are everything you need if you are lacking certain vitamins, or you just want to actually get everything you need throughout the day. And then here's ground beef. All of these things, you're also going to get zinc and magnesium from the beef. This one's a bonus as well. I love eating fruits, and it's going to give you that source of fiber that you need, which you should only be getting from fruits, and it's going to reduce your inflammation. These are just all of the nutrients that are found in various fruits, but I love eating peaches, bananas, kiwis, frozen berries. Those things they taste great, and they're actually good for you, but you just need to make sure that the staple of your diet and the foundation of it is mainly beef and eggs, or steak, shrimp, etc., because these things are going to give you the most bioavailable nutrients. After everything I went over, I want to cover with you what's actually on the other side when you prioritize your health and you actually start fixing the root cause of your low energy. Now, these are things that I personally noticed after actually prioritizing my health and staying active. You are going to have maximum energy levels throughout the day. You're going to feel better when you get out of bed and you wake up the next morning. You're not going to have brain fog throughout the day as well. Your mind's not going to feel foggy where you can't think straight, because that's something I noticed and I hated about having a diet that was out of whack. And it was like these base level foods that people would say are actually healthy for you. And once I actually started doing my research on what's going to help you feel the best and what nutrients that you lack that lead to that cause, I was able to actually fix that problem. And you're going to experience, like I said, maximum clarity. Your mind's going to feel so much better throughout the day. And that was the best benefit that I noticed from it. I hated just feeling like I couldn't even think straight. I just felt dumb throughout the day. And you're going to have a very low risk of sickness when you start prioritizing your diet. I haven't been sick since April, and it is November now. It's about to be Thanksgiving. Ever since I started prioritizing my diet properly, I haven't been sick in several months. And it's truly been so nice not having those days where I wake up with a fever or I wake up with a cold. Even though it's getting colder outside and I've been shredded this entire time, I have not gotten sick. And that truly shows the power of when you prioritize your health. And you have a higher testosterone when you start eating these foods. And something I noticed mainly about having higher testosterone, it's a little off topic, but you don't wake up with a gummy worm in your pants. You'll wake up usually, because you have a higher blood flow, and it will help you with your energy levels throughout the day as well. I'm not sure everything that high testosterone comes with, but I've definitely noticed an increase in it and shown signs of it by cleaning up my diet. And it's going to help you lose weight, which is what everyone wants to do. They want to shred off the belly fat and look good as we're going into 2026. And that's what you can really achieve if you just go all in on your health. Now, that's about everything that I wanted to go over with you guys. I hope that you learned something that could potentially help your current situation right now. And that way you can start making a change for the better today. And if you really want to lock in on your health and you want to have someone keep you accountable, show you every step of the way on how you can get the dream physique you want, maximize your health, then you can apply for my one-on-one coaching below, and I'll see if you're a good fit, and that way I can work with you and get you your dream physique and get your health in check. But besides the point, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something, and I'm going to start uploading more videos like this. That way you guys can actually have some solutions for problems you're experiencing. And I'll see you guys in the next video, alright?